Greetings, family. Near and far, far and wide, on planet, off planet, in the planet. You've done that ghost already. Your nature's agreeable, step this way, disagreeable. Well, you know how you have to step back, because we don't have no more time for that. Come in, my youth.
Yeah, when you have love, anything can manifest for you. Just have gratitude. And yeah, we're back with Ladycrowne, and we don't stay down, we stay up, and we don't chat pop because it's real talk. Episode 90, you know. We're on the number 9. Oh, I tell you, the number that's linked to completion, linked to public service that we're doing, and linked to the great parent. Shout outs to my mother, who's like no other. Real talk. Trust me. This lady here, big inspiration for me and many others out there. This lady, the amount of things she does in a day just shows you have to have hard work to get the results, you know. She's only in this position because of her hard work. Trust me. Am I telling a lie?
No, sir.
All right, a real talk we'll do with you, mister.
Yeah.
Trust me. Shout outs to Ladycrowne out there.
Thank you.
Trust me. Big shout outs. Number 9. That's what we're dealing with. And you know, with the completion, every time you add a 9 and a 9, and then you get the number, then you add the numbers together, what does it equal to? 9.
Go back to 9.
9
and 9 is 18.
1 plus
8 is 9.
You know, every single time, that's why it's the completion. You know, 9 ether. That's what we're dealing with.
Talking about.
Trust me. No joke out here. Trust me. Shout outs to everyone out there. Shout outs to all the TikTokers out there. We're getting much more views on TikTok.
Yeah.
And we've got less followers. Don't make no sense, but you know how the algorithms are. And shout outs to the 4 new subscribers out there. We're on 54 as well. And guess what? That equals 9. Synchronicity, isn't it? You know what I mean? Everything's interconnected, you know.
Yeah.
Trust me. But yeah, big ups to everybody out there. I hope you're all having a blessed day. I'm and Raza. Well,
in and out,
shake it all about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, and I've got to, trust me, I've got to shout this lady out, you know. Shout outs to Miss G out there, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Golden out there. I never forget that lady. Always treated me like a son, you know. And every time I met her, you know, giving her a little sweetie, little £10. She used to tell me, you know, buy some sweetie with it. In my head, I was like, nah. But bless her. Yeah, we went up to the cemetery with the family and just, you know, pay our dues, you know what I mean? But we know it's spiritual anyway. You know what I mean? It's not this physical realm like people like to tap into because it's a part of the system and it's systematic.
Yeah.
And we know it's a big business. That's what this world's running off.
Multi-billion pound business.
Yeah, man.
They decide that from your conception to your birth to your demise, they're going to rinse you out. And we were just, you know, going from one part of the cemetery that Mrs. Gordon was at. I mean, she tasked me to take over a business after she transitioned, you know, the headstone and everything like that. So that was all done. That's why we went up there and put some artificial flowers down, because I don't go to cemeteries like that. You know, I just, when we no longer have use for the physical body, it just needs to go back to the ether. And the only way to do that is through cremation.
Ashes
you know,
to ashes.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You know, when they say that, sorry, let me just let him know that I'll call him back and put it on thingy. When we go through that process, and when we go against the very nature and against creation and decide to, you know, put our loved ones in the ground because it's some place for you to continue to go and, you know, visit on birthdays and stuff like that. I do, trust me, I understand all of that, but it's another way of them controlling and monopolizing you and making sure that you never have anything, because you're going to give it to those that are no longer there. You know, the expense of funerals, and nobody spends money like the African Caribbean communities when it comes to funerals. Trust me. Anybody out there who knows what I'm talking about, we'll buy the biggest, most expensive box. We'll do all of those things to give them a good send off. And they never lived like that. They never had all those luxuries afforded to them when they were living. Like like Kay
No,
said,
I was just
give
about to
them.
say that's how.
Yo, fam.
Fam, I was just about to say, shouts to brother K Reno,
Yeah.
giving the flowers while they are alive.
Well, I can still
Trust
smell
me,
them.
They can still smell them real life.
It's no good to them when
me.
they're no longer here. The physical body, you know, separate from the energy body. It's the soul. It's no longer there.
Yeah.
You know, and when we walked around, you know, you could say millions and millions and millions of pounds gone into the earth, and that's not going to bring forth anything, because when you sow your seeds to grow your crop. You don't sow your seeds, spend all day like, you know, Walt's has been up here doing all sorts at the allotment, and you know, all I've got to do is plant out the crop, literally, and I'm going to do some today and some tomorrow, and it will probably help me to do that as well. But if we did all of this and put our seeds into the ground and nothing came forth, tell me what kind of, you understand me? And that's what we're doing when we're putting our loved ones in these places. But I understand that over is that inner why we do it. It's just that we need to literally wake up. It's time to take back control of your lives, and know that when they say ash to ash and dust to dust, it's not because they're lowering you in the ground and the minister takes up some of the soil and chucks it on top. No, literally, that should be your ashes. You get what I'm saying? That's why it says in their Bible, ashes to ashes and dust to dust. It doesn't say anything about burying. Yeah? So, yeah.
Just like in nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
The vultures come clean up everything. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, man.
The planet is made in such a wonderful way. The universe, the creator created everything that we could possibly need. You know what I'm saying? In terms of everything, the mushrooms, the plants. You know, we don't need to be, you know, partaking of the animals then, because they're living flesh and blood. They got soul, they got energy, they got everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, to consume them is not what we should be doing. But yet again, we know why that is, because when we do that, it denatures you in so many ways. Not only that, but it makes you quite sick, because we're not
this. You acidic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And which is, they know that, so they tell you to, you know, have your bacon and your sausage and all of those things, because you know, the good traditional English breakfast, it's not good, and it's not traditional. You know what I'm saying?
The natural state is supposed to be alkaline. They know this, innit? You know, pH, man, potential hydrogen. Like, people need to really tap into what's really going on with biochemistry. You know what I mean? It's been exposed now for many years now, and now it's getting more and more out there, because people are realizing, you know what? Let me work on my diet, because if I do that, then I change a lot of who I am.
Yeah.
Because you are what you eat.
Most definitely.
Trust me, man. We've seen it on our journey. When we transitioned our diet, our energy got better.
Everything changed.
You know what I mean? We became lighter.
Yeah, you know much lighter, more loving, more caring, more feeling. You know what I mean? The change that the chemical changes that take place in the brain. Because trust me, when you're acidic, you are really sick, and most people are insane.
They're not sane within. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? But I don't know, because everybody's the same. So you think, oh, well, we're all right. You with the schizophrenia out there, you're the one that's crazy. They're all freaking crazy. You know? But we don't know it, because everybody's doing the same thing. An early time when we might step back and go, what happened there? Is when man start do crazy things because somebody's, you know, stepped on a shoe or done something or said something, and they're acting in a way that's like, why would you do that? Well, you know why. They're not thinking straight. You can't think straight when the body's full of mucus and inflammation in every part that needs to be functioning, and energy that needs to be flowing around the body is not there. And you're in your lower nature, because it's about, you know, man and gal and that's all it is for you. No.
You know, it's lack of minerals. You know, we need the essential minerals, and without those minerals, we're not able to feel. And when I say feel, I mean empathy. You got apathy. You got the flip. This is why everything's in reverse. When you're acidic, you're like a lion, fam. Trust me, you don't want to bite everybody. You know what I mean? You're aggressive. I'm not saying that aggression is a bad thing. It's the way people use it. You get me? They want to bite. They want to
fight and flight. There's always going to be that.
Always got
you
that
need that.
Yeah, trust
me.
me.
Big old softy.
Brain.
Yeah,
it's a reptilian brain. We got that.
Tread pan you. You got to know. So
you gotta have that. Trust me.
Back them up when it needs to. Apart from that, then it's all love, isn't it, baby? You come at me with love. That's all you're going to get back. You come at me with aggression, and I'm saying to you, and you're going to come invade my space. Now go tell you to back up.
I always ask this question to certain people, yeah, and it makes people think, because you know me, I'm really tapped into my thought patterns. I like to make people think, yeah. I always ask people, do you know any plant-based criminals? And all you hear is silence, crickets. They don't. I'm not saying there's none out there. I'm just saying
Do you know
can't think,
any?
you can't think off the top of your head.
Yeah.
You can't think off the top of your head. You get me, fam?
Yeah, you
It's your
find that,
biochemical structure, trust me.
they're a different breed of people.
Look at the
Trust me.
herbivores, how they live. They live in
Yeah.
harmony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way it is, baby. You know what I mean? You got to really tap into the natural way of living, because when you tap into the natural way of living, things seem to work out much better for you, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Oh my God. Yeah, this has just come to me now, yeah? We're in a crazy ass world right now, and they're trying to turn the artificial into being official, and they're trying to turn the abnormal into normal, you know?
Yeah.
You got to keep it real, like Brother Olden would say out there. You got to keep it real, baby. Because trust me, they're trying to turn you into a damn avatar out here. You think it's a joke out here. Trust me. You got to take your, I was going to say humanity, but you got to take your manliness back, your womanliness back, everything back. You got to take your whole spirit back. Take that mask off your head. Yeah. Not just physically, spiritually, take it off.
Dash that persona
away, because trust me, the persona's not serving you. If anything, it's keeping you down here.
Yeah.
Trust me, you got to rise up to your crown shack and realize that who you are. You're a god, you're a goddess out there. Remember that. Trust me.
They know how powerful we are. That's why they've done what they've done, to make sure that we stay as babies. And we're conditioned to go to work, go to school, get the job, so we can keep on fueling their fire and never achieving your goals. And your goals might be just to go to work, get a house, get a fish, have a, go on holiday twice. You don't want that, that's what you've been conditioned, you've been programmed to think that's what you need, and that's when you've got that, you've reached everything. No, you haven't, because you're not living your life, you're living somebody else's, and you own your arse. You know something, it is one of the best times that I can think of, that if I had to choose, what era or what decade or what century I'd like to be birthed into, it would be this one. So, and I did choose to be here. I'm telling you, because all of those, the world exists on contracts. Everything is contracts. You see what's happening in Israel, the imposter Jews and all the rest of it, because they're Ashkenazi Jews, and in 1948 they decided to go over to Palestinian land and go claim God's land and all of them sinting there, and it's all bullshit, as you guys know that. But it was a 99-year lease. 99-year lease is up. So normally when you have a lease, that's what you got to do. You have to give back what don't belong to you. But because they're settled over there and got generations over there, what's taking place over there, you need to look at it. They're being massacred with the...
There we go.
There was one way to get rid of them.
You have to call.
No, facts. Go look and see what's happening in Israel. I think they're on shot number 6 or 7. What men I know. Well, go check it out for yourself. So all of these countries, all of these corporations, because remember, every country is also a corporation, then leases up, so they have no more hold over the land, and we are the land. They have no more hold over the people, but they're going to try and wrap man up and put you back into that dead state where you're like that. When the magician clicking finger and your head drop, and then he tell you 2 words and your head open up. Yeah, and you carry on. That's what they want to do, but they can't pull the wool over our eyes anymore. The veil has been lifted. The corona was a signal for the powers that be to tell them that it's the age of the golden age is back. Corona is gold. They gave man and man corona as a go and kill you, and they were up there trying to hoard the gold. Yeah. It's all symbols. Yeah, it's all symbolism. That's what it is. Your crown has been returned, but you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? You have no idea. Your crown has been returned. You are free as the day you were born. But if you don't step into that and carry on acting and being the persona, then this is what you're going to get. You're going to get exactly the matrix and the program that was being put in place for you, thousands of years ago. But you can step out of it. The door's been open, All we've got to do is walk through the door. But young people, they're so comfortable being on the planet. I say, love me now. I'm free, but I stay right here. Because what? You're used to massa plantation, and you're so comfortable because you got your house, your car. You don't even realize you're a slave. That's how sinister these people are. They're sinister, they're evil, and they're wicked. But guess what? It's all going to be exposed. It already is. The things that are coming out, I'm telling you, those of you that aren't into the alternative media, they're feeling sorry for them. Because if you sit down and listen to the British Bullshit Corporation and the other networks out there, then trust me, you are being fed manure. And it's not even good horse manure. I don't know which it come out of, but you're not being fed the real good stuff. You have no concept and idea of how much this world is going to change. It's already changing. It's happening cosmically, and it's coming through to the earth. You get what I'm saying? All of these great conjunctions, the constellation, everything that's happening, the summer solstice, it's all significant in terms of what we're going to be like and living and existing on this planet. Those of us that are ready for the change, and already stepping into it. I live it. Trust me, I live that. I'm living it now. Because ain't nobody controlling me. You better know that already. STS will tell you. Anybody tell Ladycrowne what to do, No, man.
That's because of your knowledge.
No, woman.
Your knowledge, your awareness.
Absolutely.
And what you're taking action on every day.
Every day.
To create your reality.
Last week, Tuesday, my sister and I, because we're federal postal court service processors, yeah? And we went to the headquarters for Nottingham Constabulary. They never want to let we in. Oh, can you just park your car and somebody will come out to us? And no, we can't. We have some documents that we want to serve to the Chief Constable and the Crime Commissioner. We've got a Crime Commissioner who's been stopped speeding 5 times. I think 5 times in our 1 month, then stop her. Little on the knuckles and a fine. Most people that have lost their license, the corruption is ripe and it starts right at the top. Stops right at the top. So we went in there and we served them these documents, the Constitution and Judicial Notice. They have them. All of the police stations in Nottingham have them. And it's for the men and women to realise that this is what's happening. So start living that life. Start walking in that life. Know what the Constitution is, number 1, and the Judicial Notice. Keep telling them. Spread it far and wide. mkchristopher.com. Get on there, become a Patreon. You'll get these documents that you can then serve on your whoever, utilities, your death pledge, whoever you want to serve them on, you serve them. Yeah, because these documents are served to them under penalty of perjury. So if they persist in doing what they're doing, you know what your next port of call is. And we have the federal postal courts ready to go to take these, I don't know, I can't call them men and women, to take these, you know what, out of your life, to eradicate them, to erase them, because all of those CEOs, all of your lawyers, your judges, your barristers, your police, they all know that the system's rigged. Every striking one of them. Perhaps the little rookies that are coming on board now, because they're taking on little 15 and 16-year-olds, can't even white them batty good, but no, I'm going to tell you, we're fit up and what for say. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing. That's how you know it's all crumbling. Literally, because they're literally just taking anybody off the streets. I mean, we've got, police officers, serving officers that are rapists and murderers. Simple as that. Facts, you know what I mean? We've seen in the last year what's happening with this so-called, they're not the police constables, the police officers, so therefore they're not performing the role that they should be. Change is here, and we've got to embrace that change and turn up in it, really and truly. And guess what? You'll have the life of abundance, because it's all ours. Everything that we see is ours. There's enough for everybody to have on the planet. Shelter, warmth, food. But right now, them demons out there destroying it. You know what they've done in Ohio? Listen.
Everything you see has to happen.
Yes, it is.
That's when you gain that heightened awareness, realizing nothing's happening by coincidence.
No.
You get me? So when you think it's bad, it's all your perception.
Well, yeah.
You get me? Because the universe works in polarity anyway.
Yep.
Not everything's supposed to be good. Trust me. Because you have to learn from the bad. Without not knowing what's negative, how can you know what's positive as well? You get me? Like you have to know both sides of the spectrum. You get me? It's like acid and alkaline. You have to know what's acid. You have to know what's alkaline. It's simple as that. This is why I love to say life's all about perception. So when people look, oh, this is bad, I say, yo, fam, it's your perception. It's not everybody else's perception, because a lot of people can see in the future as well. So there's a lot of good things happening. Loads of good things happening. You get me?
Yeah. We've just been fed all the negative stuff.
All the fear, the fear that to the point where it drains you, and to the point where you wake up, oh my God,
you just want to commit Harry Carey.
Oh my God, look what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
This is what they want, because they know human beings. I'm going to say human beings. They're so emotional, and from when you haven't cleansed your emotional state, you can fall for anything.
It's theatre.
You can fall for anything. It's like the acting business with EastEnders. You know how people are really into it, and they're like, this is how they control you. The hypnosis.
Yeah.
You know, hypnotizing you with fuckery.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And that's what it is out here.
Yeah.
You gotta realize this. This is so key. Yeah? You got to be playing player one in your headset in order to be a real man or woman out here. Otherwise, you're gonna be acting for.
Yeah, most people are.
And most people are, because they haven't dealt with their inner self. Until you cleanse yourself, not only physically, mentally, and spiritually, you're going to be somebody else, man. You're going to be acting. You're going to be a clone. You know what I mean? There's many clones out here, fam. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, what I've realized in life is that a lot of people, they love to impress others, but not themselves. You see the illusion? Them man are impressing other people, not realizing that the same people you're impressing, more time, they don't really care about you, fam. When it gets down into the nitty gritty of life, you got to be impressing self first and foremost. Then anybody that is impressed with that is just a bonus, because you're being your true, authentic self now. You're not acting for others out there. Have you ever wondered, like my mentor said, have you ever wondered why they give actors awards? Think about it. Think about it, fam. It's not no joke, fam.
They're all actors.
All actors, fam.
All of them.
Trust me.
But the veil is being lifted in so many ways. I kind of like understand why America wanted to ban TikTok. I'll tell you something now. I mean, we only came on TikTok recently.
And look at the views they're getting. We're getting over 200 views. We've been on YouTube, for over, around a year? We haven't hit, on our vids, a video over 200 views. No. We're getting 200 views. It's mad. Yeah. On TikTok.
And
it's crazy.
It's an amazing platform.
And it's more interactive.
More interactive. Yeah, and the information that's been shared on there, I know why America is saying, oh no, it's got to go. Remember, you've got the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, and you've got the Republic of China. Just like you've got United States of America and United States. There's a corporation and there's the actual country where the people them live, the men and women them there. And that's the same thing in England. You've got England, then you've got the City of London, a separate country. Do you get what I'm saying? There was a movie that came out, I think it was a few years ago, and it's called London's Fallen. Yeah? Okay. The movie came out 3-4 years ago. I think probably you need to watch it again. For those of you that have got family and friends that are living in London, they need to be aware, very much aware, that these things are put out before it actually does go tits up. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they're my plan. You got things kicking off in America, you better know that they're going to kick off here. 9/11 happened in America, then what do we have over here? 7/7. Yeah? So right now there's train derailments, there's chemical spills, there's the states, there's 50 odd states. So whole heap of things are happening in them states, especially the Republican states, because it looks like they're going after them. Yeah. So you better know that instead of everybody, and then not even show you on the news, what going in America more than so you're tapping into the bullshit thing then. So people better be aware that if ain't nothing, we had some bomb scare over here a couple of weeks ago. Lock off, tape up the road, suspicious package. Everything's to put fear into you. But trust me, they will perform their theatrics. There will be casualties, real ones as well as fake, because that's what they do. 7/7, they was having a training exercise on the same day with people walking around wounded because they've been painted upon it, and then there were people that actually died. Do you get what I'm saying? These people are sick and they're sinister. So be mindful. Don't be going about your life like nothing's happened after they showed you 3 years ago and currently. What am I doing? You Les, your 15-minute cities. It's all to contain you, control you. Hunger Games type scenario, like David Icke said it was coming. See it, yeah. But it's for us to just stand up and say no. That's all you got to do now. Oh, well, this is what we're planning. That's really, well, we're not doing it. And when everybody stands up and says, oh, you got 30-40% of the populace stand up and say no, it's over for them. You get what I'm saying? Stand up. Use that beautiful voice of yours. Use your
Throat
throat chakra
trust
and
me.
speak. Because it's not about you, it's about the ones them coming up.
The collective.
I'm telling you, and we're all one. We are all one. I watched a video a couple of days ago. And there's this Asian brother was there talking, and he was asking Kate Shimarani about the and why she thought so many of the Asian doctors went along. She said it's their lifestyle, their house, their car, and they feel more about that than they actually do about killing their own people, because they could not imagine. He said, that's what I'm trying to say, put down the colour, the religion, it's all a division. That's what that was put in place for, to divide you. Well, I'm Christian, well, I'm Pentecost, and I'm Baptist, and I'm... Shut up, stop it, we're all one. And when we come together as one, let me tell you, they run for the hills, because we're no longer divided, we're united, and nobody can come in between that.
Real life, man. The labels create separation.
All right, that's what it's designed to do.
Yeah, man. In the state of in New York, they got robo dogs out there. Trust me, it's not a joke out here. You got to be careful out here. Some iRobot thing. You get me? Put everything in the movies,
Yeah.
You get.
And then it comes
Trust me, and it comes yeah. To programming.
Yep.
And also, shouts to Lord J out there. Got shouts to Lord J out there.
Oh, yeah.
He spoke about this.
Peace God.
God's on earth. He spoke about the Cash App guy.
Oh, yes.
What happened to the Cash App guy? And he said it's no coincidence that I think it was the same day, if I'm not mistaken, that three crypto millionaires also died as well. He said that's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. And also, look at this now. Now they're bringing out Fed Now.
Yes. They're supposed to be rolling that over here,
So think about it. Look at the connections.
Kill them.
This is why I said nothing happens by coincidence. You get me? So you got to realise what's going on. It's all been scripted.
All of it's been scripted, and this is nothing new. This happened. The Federal Reserve came about by the men that were against it and didn't want it, who wanted to make sure it didn't happen. Guess where they were? On the Titanic. Oh, and what happened to the Titanic, STS?
Sinking.
There you go. Trust me. The iceberg man licked the ship there. Trust me. They knew that they would never land. And that's how the Federal Reserve came about. The control of the money supply. Like when the Rothschild said, I care not who writes the laws for the country, so long as I control the money. Because once you control the money, guess what?
The people.
It's over, fam. You can say what you want to say, but without me issuing my money for my central bank, you ain't got shit. So go on and do what you don't know. That's why Elizabeth II could not go to the City of London and just go marching up in the Bank of England and say, so what, Rothschild, where I said, she had to be invited. So that showed you didn't have a monarchy. You had somebody that's a stateswoman or statesman, like you got with the fake ass Charles, who's supposed to be coronated. I mean, come on, you just look at it all. It's theatre. All of it is theatre. And they've got the little Union Jacks in the shops, and people might go on, the stupid people. I mean, I think some of these people are paid to go and do this and perform like they really want to, see him and wait. But come on, because I'd say a good 70 to 80% of the populace have woken up to the bullshit. But they're going to still give you...
You're right.
Yeah.
It's been a flip right now.
Yeah.
If you look at from... let's say early 2020, when it first kicked off, compared to now, even David Icke was speaking about this has been a big turnaround. People couldn't believe that we'll get to this point.
Yep.
It's because it's already been scripted. Like everything's already foreseen. So you need to realize this is the awakening now. Yes. People are saying, no, I told you earlier, just come to me. I had a download from the universe about more awakenings happening.
Yeah.
Because the energy, star alignment.
Shifting.
From the solar system.
Yeah.
All this energy is getting pushed on, and guess what? The truth is everywhere now. Yeah. So the people that are living a lie, they can't even hide now. They can't hide from, because the truth's all over your head top.
Listen,
you get me?
You've got to have real cognitive dissonance now
to ignore that.
To not acknowledge what you were told to be fearful of was a lie.
Yeah.
You have really got some cognitive dissonance now. It's whatever it has. They said it has never been isolated, and if it's not been isolated, it's not been proven to exist. And they've got man and man going and getting themselves tested for something that they weren't even exhibiting. you know. So you got no symptoms, but you're gonna check. My arms are not hurting me, but I'm gonna go and check to see if it's broken. Then when I run, you're outside the place. Well, what do you mean? So are you feeling any pain? No, but I just want you to check to make sure it's not broke. Well, can you use it? Can you? Well, yeah, it's fine. But you say, listen, you need some psychiatric evaluation, and that's what they got people doing. You didn't have no symptoms, but you could go and get tested, even though you didn't exhibit any symptoms. Just listen to the lunacy. And people say, oh, yeah, well, they said I'm asymptomatic. Well, that's me. You've got no symptoms, but you're sick. You're sick in your head. They got people absolutely crazy because what they said, people just parroted. And like them damn parakeet backside. Yo, fam. That's how they got man saying things that made no sense. It's nonsensical and oxymorons was coming out. This social distance. You can't social and distance at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. It's an oxymoron. You're moronic when you say things like that. And you don't even know it because you repeat where you see your so-called leaders them repeat and saying to you because it's programming. And whilst you're doing that, Boris is there dancing up on dance floor. Back a one woman I give her some whining. During the so-called lockdown. I think I did post a clip of that on the Telegram. Yeah, it's there. You can see the man enjoying himself. No mask, no distancing, and man's in their yard hiding under their table. The missus won't share the bed with her man because should in case him have COVID, they pick them well unstable. But in your own yard, you made something come into your mind that would separate you from your loved ones. Well, I would go and see my mum, but I'll just go and stand at the door and at the gate and have a look at. You're crazy.
You know what? The pandemic, was very necessary. The reason why is because it made people look at self and look at their life. Because when you become a liability to self, what happens? You start to assess your life and what's really going on in the world, which is so key. Mm-hmm. It's a great thing that's happened, because without it, we will be still in the same position, 100%, in terms of the illusion. Now, the illusion is separate from the reality. Yeah. You see? The two worlds will merge together. Yeah, now true. It's separate now, baby. You got a choice to make. Well,
I knew who I couldn't make an alignment and allegiance with, and I knew who I couldn't. She was aware. Even when it comes to family members, you say, well, you know what? Oh, your corner. Yeah. And I'll hold mine because once you've gone and done certain things, then really and truly... The energy. It's over. You get what I'm saying? So it shone a light on... I tell you, it shine a light on cockroach.
Boom, the cockroach gone.
And they start skitter. That's what I saw. Saw some grown-ass men acting like babies. Big marigold gloves coming up to the Edinburgh. Because one touch trolley, like them never touched trolley before and go them yard. When you're coming from shopping, where you do? Take soap and water and wash your hands. No. That's how the paranoia got into their brains. And I looked and I saw 6 foot tall, strapping, burly men that can lift weight over their head with gloves on and mask. I said, Lord Jesus, it's over.
And I say this because it's on my head right now. When you bring the light, the darkness scatters because we're actually talking about what really matters. You get me? This is why this throat track is so crucial. Because when you speak the truth, you're speaking it to power, the Most High. Yeah. Trust me, Jah Rastafari.
You don't know.
You get me?
When me talk,
trust me.
Back in the day, them 2-3 years ago,
they look at me.
Sent stuff to family members and friends on the WhatsApp when I was on it. They look at me. Oh, how do you know that? What did it? Literally arguing. I thought myself, I'm just going to plant some seeds. And if it's supposed to grow in your mind for you to do your own due diligence, then it will. And if not, then it doesn't. But at least mature. It says something. Mm-hmm. And I feel truly vindicated by being who I am and speaking my truth. It might not be yours, but guess what? It's mine. I speak because, it sounds pretty. It's because of what I've done, in terms of what I've researched and what I know. And I know that no man or woman stand above me. That means that I make the decision about what happens to my life and what goes into my body. Nobody else. Number one. So you're not happy. I've done some intellectual research and I know that. No, you just need to know what you are. So ain't nobody telling you shit. You get what I'm saying?
Got that renegade mind.
You better have it. Trust me. Otherwise, they'll wrap you up. And when they finish wrapping you up, the amount of people are out there now sick like a dog and can't even get 1-2 jail if you help pay them bill. They don't want to know. Oh, it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind that you can't sleep at night. Your body's racked with pain. You've got all kind of lumps and bumps, bleeding from your navel, bleeding from your. But oh, you just all in your mind because they don't want to acknowledge that them poison on the backside. Hmm? And that's exactly what they've done. But guess what? There's always an antidote. There's always a remedy. But until it's like the alcoholic. Until he or she turn up and say, you know what? I'm a bloody alcoholic. The minute you make that statement, you can now do something about it. But if you go, oh, well, I still think it was Mr. Wallman on one of them video there. I'm out lean. Well, I'm right with. She take the sitting. You're right. You're the woman now. You're the woman now. I'm now. Oh my God! She can't smile anymore. But if I have to do it again, I will take it. Now that's a mad bitch. You have got to be insane to say something like that. Her face lean him out drop. And she said if she had to take it to help save her life from the you know what, she'd have take it again. Now there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Them the kind of people, them me I tell you no. You're cannon fodder. That's what me done. Come have some planting for the wrap it up my youth.
Too much, you know. You know what I mean? Well, she likes to call me the diplomat.
Yeah.
You know, I'll finish it on this year. Yeah, just keep on loving yourself wholeheartedly and keep on looking after the ones that you truly care about and you've invested time in, because that's what it comes down to, our family, our friends. And key thing here, yeah, remember this, yeah, the realest part of your circle is when they're speaking behind your back. So you got to be aware out here, because we really deal with the shadows of life. This is a part of, you know, speaking from your throat chakra, not being scared to say what's actually in your mind, fam. You know what I mean? Because trust me, when you speak from your mind, it's more dangerous than their thoughts, because their thought is from lies. You get me? And like my mentor like to say, lies have an expiry date. Truth will be permanent. Trust me. And we'll send it on that. We'll send you all love and blessings out there, you know, because that's where we're coming from.
Yeah.
Give you truth, awareness, and love. And yeah, man, it's a flip. No rehearsal, no script, no acting going on. Trust me, real life. And yeah, keep working on your mind, body, and soul in order to achieve your goals, because we're there with ya.
Spiritually.
You don't know, bro and sis. Stay bliss. And yeah, STS and Ladycrowne over and out. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my people.
Peace, God.